Hey there, welcome to the latest episode of Hiker Homily. Some stuff has come up again, so we're going to talk again about trail angels. And also a little bit about how I've mentioned just recently in some of the Hiker Homilies recently about this assumption that we all do in our little subgroups, that if we're all in the same subgroup, that means we're practically family. Holy mackerel, we're brothers and sisters. Perfect love and perfect trust, right? Yeah. And unfortunately, it doesn't work that way because in many of our subgroups, there are no stopgaps. There's no authority, which a lot of people like. It's okay. For example, in hiking, especially on the long distance trails, the National Scenic Trails, Pacific Crest Trail, the Continental Divide Trail, the Appalachian Trail. There's several others, but those are the big three that everyone always talks about and things like that. And the phenomenon around those trails that has come up called trail angels. So yeah, we're going to talk a little bit about that. There is no governing authority on who is a trail angel and who isn't a trail angel and who gets to call themselves a trail angel. Anyone can. So if you are using logic, that tells you that anyone out there can say they are a trail angel, whether they really are or not. Because there's no group. I mean, the PCTA, they are an advocacy group for the Pacific Crest Trail. They help get the word out there that the trail is a thing. They help organize volunteers to clean up the trail. They work with the Forestry Service to do things. They have been given permission from the Department of the Interior to give out a trail length permit. But the ones who actually enforce that permit, the rules on the permit and stuff like that, it's not the PCTA. They don't have a governing authority. They don't have agents out there or rangers. They have no authority on the trail. They are an advocate for the trail. They're a nonprofit advocate organization, and they're a pretty good one. They do what they can for the trail. But as far as things out there on the trail, it's the Department of the Interior. Depending on what part of the trail you're on, it could be the National Park Service, the U.S. Forestry Service, Department of Land Management, and there are some areas where there's no governing body. It's just land. Okay, so they have nothing to do with trail angels and who calls themselves a trail angel and what a trail angel really is and things like that. Now, I've said before in other episodes dealing with a topic like this, my own personal view of a trail angel is somebody who is doing something because they feel the need to help out the hikers, either because they used to be a hiker or they wish they could do it, but for various reasons they're just not able to, but they want to be a part of it, part of the great Pacific Crest Trail, the whole thing. And then I imagine it's the same for a lot of the other scenic trails too and stuff like that. Okay, now these actual trail angels typically do not charge a fee for what they're doing. Some of them will indeed take donations if you offer them. They're not going to have a sign up saying, go ahead, donate to me and stuff like that. But if you offer a few bucks because they gave you a ride into town, or you offer a little bit of money to recoup the water that they brought into the trailhead, or the little food display that they've got there. Maybe they've opened up their house to you. You're able to sleep, because there's several trail angels do that. You're able to sleep in the front room or the backyard or things like that. And you offer them a little bit of money to recoup that kind of stuff, and they accept it. That's perfectly fine. Still a trail angel. That's good. Now, there are more and more people out there, and we've talked about this before, who have looked around and said, hey, that's a lucrative thing right there. These hikers need this service. And so if I'm one of the few providing that service, even if I get the trickle ones who can't get into or get helped by the ones who don't charge anything, if I charge myself a fee, I'll make a little money here. They're not going to get rich, but hey, supplement an income maybe. Things like that, trying to make it a business. Okay, those aren't trail angels to me. If you are specifically charging money for what you do, you're not trail angeling. You've started basically a trail recreation business, and cool, power to you. Go ahead. And if people are there and want to pay for it, okay. If your prices are fair and people consider it, yeah, that's worth it. I'll give this person $10 for this ride, or $10 for blah 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 night stay, compared to a hotel, which is 5 times that half the time, if not more. Okay, so power to them. I'm not saying that all of them are bad or stuff like that. I'm just saying that that's not trail angeling. And again, that's my opinion, because I am far from any kind of a arbiter of who gets to be called a trail angel, because that's the point. Anyone can call themselves a trail angel. In my book, that doesn't make them one, but they can do it. Now, to get into the meat of the issue that's been happening lately, is we recently had someone who was calling themselves a trail angel. And who knows, maybe they are. I don't know that much about this person. I don't know if they actually charge money. And I'm not going to put their name out there, because just the fact that it's just not the drama that I have to get into by just throwing their name out and stuff like that. If you're around the PCT community, you probably already know who I'm talking about. But apparently, somebody who has been trail angeling for a little while for the PCT made kind of a, I'm going to call it what I think it is. It's a creepy comment to a female hiker who was alone. They picked up alone, basically. And it was a comment to the thing of, it would be enough of a fee or something like that just to see you disrobe. That's kind of weird. That's kind of creepy. And that's not a comment that should come out of nowhere. And according to the hiker, the conversation was not one where, that made any sense. They weren't talking about anything like that. And then all of a sudden he just comes out with that. That's weird. If you don't think it's weird, something's wrong with you. That just, this woman who's trying to just do the hike, and because she's a woman, he's basically inferring, even though it's a joke, because that's always how it happens, right? When people don't like what you say, I was just joking. For crying out loud, nobody can joke anymore. Oh, bullshit. People don't joke like that. People throw those kinds of things out like they're a joke, because you miss 100% of the shots you don't take, right? That's the attitude for some of these folks out there. I'm going to throw that out there. If they like it, hey, I just might see something. I might get a little thrill there. If they don't like it, I was just joking. Don't take it so seriously. Bullshit. Sorry, I'm just gonna call it like it is, because give me a break. People hide behind the "I'm just joking" thing way too much with too much shit that the joke is old. Let's put it that way. Joking about that kind of shit, it's getting old. So yeah, so that happened, and it just kind of stuck in my craw. It's the kind of thing where it just illustrates that even if this person who said this little goofy thing was joking or was an actual trail angel, because like I say, anybody can say they're a trail angel. Whether they really are or not is up to your own criteria. For me, you're not a trail angel if you're charging a fee. If you're accepting donations, you're cool. But if you're basically doing it to help and to be kind of part of the whole PCT experience, awesome. You're a trail angel. If you're charging a fee, you're a hiking business of some kind. Hike support business, whatever. And I'm not saying there's anything wrong. Again, I keep saying that. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with starting a hike support business. Okay, if you have a crowd of people that will pay it and your prices are not gouging and stuff like that, there's a business opportunity there. Okay. Don't call yourself a trail angel, though, in my book. There are other people out there who disagree, though. Oh, yeah, they can charge a little bit of money. I still consider them. Cool. So anyway, this person considers themselves a trail angel, and they threw this off-color thing out there. That's just weird, but it just illustrates the main thing that I just wanted to drive in there is just because they have the title trail angel does not make them trustworthy, does not make them automatically okay, where you can just let your guard down and things like that. No, none of that. Because again, anyone can give themselves that title. There are no governing authorities that say to be a trail angel, you must do these following things or you are not conferred the official title. No, none of that exists. Anybody, any fool who read about the PCT or watched the movie Wild can decide, holy mackerel, there's hikers doing that every year. I wonder if I get up there in the middle of nowhere, if I can do this or sell that and that's their motivation. They could care less about the hikers. They could care less about hiking or the trail. They're just trying to get a little money or get a little something else. And that's just the fact of it. It sucks. Again, like we talked about and some of the other stuff. It's crap that we live in a world where that is a thing, but it is a thing. So whether it's hikers or trail angels out there, just because we're all doing the same thing does not mean we are a big glob of brothers and sisters who are, arm in arm, everything's fine, can be trusted. There are creeps out there. There are carpetbaggers out there, swindlers. It runs the gambit. So just be aware of that, please. And the thing is, too, is this person was very vocal about it. And that kind of stuff has to be called out. Now, the person in question that did get called out kind of apologized, but apologized as in, gee, I'm sorry you were offended by what I said, but you're hurting other hikers by calling me out because people who we could help won't get help from us now. No, that's an absolute bullshit apology, and F you for that attitude. No. You know what hurts other hikers is people saying stupid shit like that to single females that are on the trail, and making them feel uncomfortable or afraid. That's what hurts other hikers. And if less people go to you because that was called out, that's on you. That is not on the person calling you out. That's basically victim blaming. You say something ridiculous to somebody, they call it out, and now you're going to whine that other people might not get help because of you. No, you are the one who did it. You opened your mouth, you said something ridiculous, and then when you half-ass apologize for it, it's the other person's fault if other hikers don't get help from you. Whatever. So that kind of stuff just, it gets in my craw. So I start to rant about it, and there we are. But yeah, that's just all there is to it. There's folks out there who are kind of shystery, kind of creepy sometimes, and it's all on them. It's not on the thing, and it needs to be called out. If people are doing things that are immoral, people are doing things, and I know morals can be kind of a personal thing, but you know what I mean. Unethical things, scams, or predatory things, where they're, I'm just joking, but boy, if you show me something, that would be great. Yeah, wink, wink, nudge, nudge, all that kind of crap. It should be called out. And the person calling it out isn't at fault for hikers not getting help from that person anymore. That person screwed up by being predatory or a scammer or anything like that. Okay? It's just that simple. That's my opinion on it. That's my take on it. There you go. Boy, it's just the start of some of the hiking season. I know the long distance hiking season, especially for the PCT, started a couple of months ago. But man, we're not even quite into June yet when I'm filming this. And we're already hitting some ridiculous controversies. And it's making me shake my head. It's saddening because you want to have that nice fantasy of, oh, you get out there on the trails, everything is great. It's not. There are just some folks out there sometimes Anyway, I hope you enjoy your hiking season. I'm going to try and enjoy mine. Other than that, what do you think? Get a hold of me the usual ways. Comments down below, of course, or at hikingforhealthca@gmail.com. All that good stuff. If you can, like, again, be respectful about things and make a good point, stuff like that. Looking forward to seeing you next time. And as always, thanks for watching. Appreciate it. I'll catch you later.